Recording in progress.
No, where's she? Where's she? Are you supposed to be the doctor today?
I'm supposed to be Einstein.
Einstein.
Yes.
Today Einstein Day?
Yes, as far as I'm concerned.
So you're really smart today.
Yeah, that's right. Not any of the other days, only today.
Equals MC squared.
I remember the day I found you. I wanna stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you been?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Just made it now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thursday.
Yes. The hurricane blew you in.
Halloween.
Yeah. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Dave. Hey, Art.
Yeah. You know, someone like.
Hi, Patricia. Hello, dear. How are you, Maureen?
I'm gonna be off camera, but I'm here.
Okay, no problem, dear. All right.
Thank you. It's not that one to bang it up.
Yeah.
It's better than yesterday. Look at that, 1 minute to spare.
Yeah, that's. And then it didn't easier.
Hi, Dave.
Good
Was it-
morning, Maureen. How are you?
It's Trish.
Trish.
I'm sorry, Trish.
I'm fine. Kathy, you want to say a good morning to the
Good
to
morning.
people? Dave and Maureen are both.
Good
fine.
morning.
Welcome. Alrighty, I guess it's that time. Do we all stand?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
God bless America.
Yeah. Um. Okay. Friendly reminders, please silence your cell phones and also no crosstalk.
Tracy.
Okay. Sorry, actually, we have one right here. Thank you.
All right. Silence cell phones, please, and
I
no
don't know if that's
crosstalk.
turned on. 'Cause I
Oh
don't.
my gosh. All right. Okay, so call to order. Okay. Call to order. All right, we already did our pledge of allegiance. Okay, so hold all your questions and your comments until we complete the entire agenda. Your concerns will be addressed before the end of the meeting in general discussion. Okay, roll call.
Marty Dollar, Art Cardillo, Sebastian Luciano.
Linda Williams.
Trish
Kathy,
Gomez.
okay, Trish. Kathy Rogers.
Diane Blackburn.
Right, James.
Okay, did we want to, all right. I guess we'll start off with the e-voting. Many of you have already returned. We have 197 that have returned, which is approximately a third of our residents have returned the
97.
97.
what
You
did I
said
say?
197.
Oh, sorry, 97. Okay. I apologize. I hurt my back and I'm on a medication. And so if these guys will keep me honest, okay? And I'm gonna speak as little as much as I possibly have to, okay? Took the glasses off before I have to read. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you. Anyway, all right, so it's really critically important that we get these by the next week. They're supposed to be back by the 25th of October. So what we found is that in some cases you're getting phone calls. I don't know if anybody here is getting phone calls, but Trish is calling, Linda's calling, we're checking everything to make sure that it's been made out properly, etc. So but please again, that's really important. we're going with it anyway. Well, we have a special board meeting, for the board members on October 28th, at 11 a.m. Anyone can attend that they want to attend, but that meeting specifically is only going to discuss one thing, whether or not we're going to vote for e-voting. And I think we've talked enough about it, so everybody that's here right now, will know exactly what we're going to be doing with the e-voting. It will be enormously less expensive. And the other thing is also very, very convenient, because you're just gonna have to click, 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 and it's done. All right, let's see. Savannah Lakes, I'm gonna defer that to Frank. Frank, you can give that in a little bit, or do you want to give it now?
Be there with my notes for my report.
Okay, all right. All right, so Trish, you've got the minutes.
Yes, I do.
Would you please read them?
Certainly. Board of Directors meeting October the 1st, 2024. This meeting represents the meeting originally scheduled for September the 25th, 2024. That meeting, September the 25th, had to be rescheduled twice due to inclement weather. Call to order 6:30 p.m. Page reminders. Present, Catherine Rogers, Sebastian Buster Luciano, Diane Guerrero, Frank Hansen, Art Cardillo, Harry Martin Gallo. Absent, Linda Williams. Recording, Greg Schenk, Diane Guerrero, Trish Gomez as Zoom coordinator. Art left the meeting at approximately 6:40 p.m. due to illness. Present. August board meeting was cancelled and not rescheduled. Updated and reviewed e-voting process. More information and instructions will be forthcoming as soon as possible. Secretary, motion by Buster, second by Frank, to approve minutes from July the 17th, 2024 as read. All approved. Real estate, post 2, 1 under contract, 11 for sale. Vice President, hurricane reminders. Treasurer, July and August financials on website. Very consistent all year, about 30% under budget. Buildings, Frank. Just general view, nothing much going on. Waiting for the new light for clubhouse parking area. Maintenance crew checks building and grounds every day for leaks, cracks, settling, and other potential problems. Recreation, Ruby Gladstein. New President of Social Activities Committee. General review of upcoming events. Events will be posted on Facebook website and in newsletter. Frank asks for volunteers to help clean and prepare Bocce Court for fall session. Kathy, Mr. Artie and President's report. Reserve study required this year to be in compliance with Florida statutes. Inspection scheduled for January 2025. Grounds. Fall fertilizing to begin this month. Flower shortage this year is due to excessive rainfall. Fall planting will be delayed. POA meeting scheduled for September the 12th was cancelled. No report. The old business, none. New business, hearing for 2025 Board of Directors elections to be held in February 2025. More information will be provided in coming months. General discussion, open to members, topics discussed. Transition period for transfer of landscaping services from land plots and down to earth landscaping. To be clear, the association will pay both land plots and down to earth for the month of December. Land Craft's contract runs through December the 31st, 2024. Down to Earth's contract begins December the 1st, 2024. Down to Earth has a contract with Section 2, Section 3, and the POA. Section 1 opted for a different vendor. Down to Earth will park their equipment on POA property per contract agreement. Land Parks will renew trash contract for 2025. Green mold on some fencing at entrance. Entrance fence is POA property. White fence along Highway Boulevard is in section 1. None of it is section 2 responsibility. Questions about tree trimming and pine needles. Martin will address these concerns. Questions about the 2023 year end final report, not available yet. Question about roof clip installation in 2 units. Frank has addressed these concerns. Retrofits will be responsible should any problems result from this oversight. Strongly recommend unit owners invest in alarms for their water heaters for leak detection. Attorney has been contacted regarding construction to our south, Savannah Lakes Preserve. It is having a negative effect on our canals and lakes. Motion by Frank, second by Buster to adjourn the meeting. All approved, adjourned 7:30 p.m.
Make a motion to accept that as read.
All in favor?
Aye.
I forgot to ask who was, recording. Surprise, I know, but I have to ask the question. Okay, so we've got, Diane, Trish, and Greg Schenk. Thank you. All right, real estate, we did close one. Another one is under contract, and actually she closed on November 4th, and that's why I was a little bit late. I was talking with her on the phone. So she should be coming in right away. And then we have 13 for sale. That's it. Vice President?
Sorry.
Vice President.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything? Nothing, okay. Treasurer? Oh, my God.
Also, the financial statement, the final budget to be put in center 30. It's also 100% wrong, that is from 2 years ago. And when we start budgeting, I did review one of them very soon.
Buildings. Hey, Frank?
All right, we've got a few things going on. We're trapping some critters at 625, 627. We had some pushed up sockets at these 2 buildings, so we set some traps yesterday. Caught a possum this morning so far, but we're looking for raccoons. There will be another water shutdown. Everybody got their note that was going to happen last week. Meeks had an emergency, had to cancel us. I'm waiting on that being reissued. As soon as we have a date, we'll let you know. We fixed a couple leaks on the 1200 block, and the new leak that we've got to fix is also on the 1200 block. Right now, I'm bidding out doors for the A and the D units. Bob and I have inspected every A and D door on the outside, looking for termite damage since we had this termite issue. We have 5 door systems that need to be replaced immediately. So far, with 2 prices in, $3,000 is what we're looking at per unit with permit and demo and replacement. That includes the whole system, the door, the side light, the framing, everything. So if you do notice you have problems, we've only done a visual on the outside. If you think there's more issues with your door and an A and a D unit, give me a call, do a ticket, call the office, whatever, and we'll come and check it out. And as far as the Savannah Lakes issue goes, everybody knows our water's been cloudy, dirtied up by this construction project. Last Friday, we had a meeting in section 3 with the city, the county, the developer, the builder, us, our lawyer, and section 3 people. They took a nice walk through the waist-high water along the fence line. Some of our fence has been knocked down. We're getting a lot of junk out of their site flowing into our site because they built the berms improperly to start with. Mark and I from Section 3 met with the land developer again yesterday to see what his plan is. He's working on a proposal now. They're going to rebuild the berm and immediately sod the berm so it doesn't fall apart and try to keep the water out that way. And they're also going to do some kind of coffer system in the canal that goes 100 yards back into their land. So the situation is being addressed. Hopefully they get back to us quick with a fix on this. And I think that's all I have. Yep, I'm done.
Okay, do you mind if I just make a comment?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Okay. No, what I'm saying, I'm thanking him also for what he's done. I also to Mark Huz also for following up. Frank is here all season, so he's been taking pictures. He's been going by with Bob and all that kind of stuff, but if you had any kind of a doubt as to why we should have our lawyers involved with this is exactly why. Okay, apparently the city was very uncomfortable, because we did have a lawyer there. These are things that we identified to begin with that could happen and probably would happen. And we made that very clear to the contractor. For those of you that attended the meetings, I'm sure you'll agree with what I'm saying right now. And so now what we did, we put that stuff into writing. We forwarded it to the contractors appropriately, and they've been just playing a game. That's the best way I'll put it. Okay, so it's just been very frustrating. I'm glad, as I said, that Frank's on top of it. I'm also that Mark is on top of it, and our board as a whole also is on top of it. So hopefully things will happen. And again, I thank Frank because he has construction background and all that kind of stuff. So that's helped us a whole bunch so that he knows the right things to say and the right way to say them. So, okay, Art.
Well, there's not much going on in recreation. We did start the fall boxing league, which is 2 weeks now. Had some equipment failure. We need a couple of new paddles and we need some bags to hold balls better. It's really, I don't know how old it is, bubbled apart. That's being taken care of. And that's really it. Not much else going on.
Okay, activities,
Nobody's good.
Ruth, okay. POA, Linda?
There's no POA. No report. We do.
Oh, no report,
Because
okay,
we have
sorry.
hurricane.
All right, no report. Old business, we had none, but we do have new business. On October 28th, which is what, next Friday?
Next week.
Next week, next Monday, we are going to have a special board of directors meeting. And that is only for the board of directors as a formality that we have to vote on e-voting. Okay, that we will accept it, even though we've been talking about it. We have to have an official meeting that says, do we want to go with e-voting? And we don't have to have a majority of people have responded, but we do need to have a majority of the board members that agree to do that. So we have that at 11 o'clock on Monday, and you're welcome to attend. But it's going to be a very quick meeting, and that's all that will be discussed at that meeting. Also new business. We got a call, I guess it was the week before last. Rebecca, from Runway Financial Solutions, asked if we were interested in having a presentation given and a discussion given on Medicare for next year, for 2025, the changes, how they could affect us. She's not selling any organization or any all she wants to do, all she's gonna be doing is answering questions about Medicare overall, not about any particular plan. So, there's some. I had a lot of questions myself because I was in the middle of things and I had to change things and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had a lot of questions and it's hard to get straight answers. This woman does not sell it. She's not selling anything. All she's doing is coming in and telling us what's going on. So, that workshop is scheduled for, November 4th, which is a Monday. The purpose is the basics of the Medicare update in 2025. And there will be, it's at 11 o'clock and there will be refreshments. She mentioned something about sandwiches, little sandwiches, that kind of thing. So, if you're interested, I just literally had the phone call this morning to set this up. So you'll be getting an email about this, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. So. Okay, any questions that you have for me? Yes,
Regarding the home sales, what are the prices like?
they're under 200,000. They're anywhere from like about 150. That's probably the best number to give you. 140, 153, you know, it's.
It's interesting, I get like a monthly, update from like Redfin, I don't know if anybody else does. But like, geez, I just got it like yesterday, and it was like $20,000. I mean, I know, it's just interesting, you know, with the.
It is interesting, and the thing is that when you think about it, and
I mean, still way up, I mean.
Yeah.
from what we-
High Point is unique. Okay, there's no place that I've ever seen that's like High Point. So you come in here, and I mean, my initial reaction, and you've heard me say this before, is, oh my God, this is beautiful. That's just on the boulevard coming in, okay? And every single person that comes in here, I'll say, okay, 95% of the people that come in here, one of the first things that they'll say, this is so beautiful here. We keep it up. We expect our residents to also keep up their property. So it's an attractive place to be. And in general, the prices of housing has gone down to begin with. So we're just, I think, a little bit unique. We're not, the C unit, the C units, the one bedrooms, we're still getting over $100,000. I think we got 120, the last one that sold. So I'm just saying that, yeah, has it gone down? We had that time when people were paying $200,000 or close to it, right around there for the 2 bedrooms. But that's gone away. But we also had the period before that where we were paying basically what we're paying today. I have, I think 6 or 7 years of, what our prices were, what we sold, et cetera. And, it's not frightening to me, let's put it that way, okay, so.
Thank you.
But they're not to my knowledge anyway falling, so part of the reason is, we finally got that straightened out. A lot of people want to go to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac because it's federal and it's usually it's less expensive. Well, because of one of the new people that came in, after I nearly had a nervous breakdown. I can't tell you, it was one of them, I had to fill out 5 different, multiple pages of questions. It was just ridiculous. Anyway, and they were then refused, and part of the reason that they were refused was because of, I think it was our reserve, and it makes no sense. But they go back like several years, and anyway, one time we didn't fund that reserve that time, that's why we got refused. So now what's happened is that there is someone that, the first question that I ask when I get a realtor calling me is this for Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac? And if the question is yes, if the answer is yes, I refer them to this person. Okay, there's someone in South Street Bank that is able to process their net mortgage for them. So But anyway, that's part of what's going on right now, because they're looking for the lowest interest. Now thankfully, the interest should be coming lower, so that may be the trend. And plus, we always sell just before the season anyway, so coming into the season right now, so keep our fingers crossed. Good question. I mean, we're all concerned about what's going on. We don't want to lose, equity in our homes and that kind of stuff, so. Okay, so. Any other questions? Yes,
Frank, did they mention anything at the meeting about what they're going to do to remediate the pond over here to clean up the pond?
No, that's why Mark and I met again with the land developer. He's the one that's gonna be in charge of that. And he's coming up with a plan now of how he's gonna clean everything and how he's gonna keep everything from being contaminated more.
What is that? It's basically mud, is that what Scott?
It's just mud, just think about California, when they have a forest fire.
Right.
Kills the vegetation, and then you dump a bunch of water on it from rain, it's gonna wash it all out. When they clear cut everything on that site, they clear cut all the vegetation around that extension. And where's the dirt gonna go? There's nothing to hold it back. So it all ended up in our.
But the water in that pond goes out to the Savannah, so it's backed up, is what you're saying?
No, we pump into the Savannah.
Right.
Okay, so out of pond two here, we've got the pump house right here.
Right.
We pump basically directly east, and you can walk between some buildings over there, and you can see exactly where our outfall is.
Okay.
Everything else ties together using the,
fine.
yeah, now I'm gonna breathe in. It's contagious.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Share medication.
Yeah. Anyway, all of our stuff equalizes through the ponds and the, what the hell? The canal.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. If you look at our pond, we've got a stick in there with a measurement.
Right.
Okay. And it's basically gradually coming down right now because everything is starting to level back out. The ground's starting to soak some water back up because it's totally saturated from all the rain we had,
Right.
even before the hurricane. So right now, everything is starting to level back down. We should get back down to about 14.5 is where that pond usually sets. Right now, it's just under 15. Yeah, and as far as cleaning it out, there's two things they have to do. First of all, they've got to stop things from coming in, okay? And then eventually, with us pumping and getting more rain, we will clean it out ourselves. It'll just naturally clean itself by pumping water out, as long as they're not putting anything else back in here. The other thing is, they really need to, first do testing and see if we've gotten anything that's damaging with the runoff off of that site. We could be having oil in here, we could have all kinds of crap in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're gonna bring a boat in here today or tomorrow. A boat. They're taking a boat and they're gonna go into the canal and go back and forth in that area and they're gonna do water tests. They're also gonna go all the way up to the north end by our main drag where that canal just goes up into section 1. They're gonna check that and put the boat in 2. They're gonna take water samples in here.
Okay.
And then we should get a report on if we have anything contaminated in there. Because the worst thing that can happen is if we do have contaminants and EPA finds out about it, we can't dump on Savannah. Now we've got a real problem.
Right.
So it's gotta be addressed. And we've been fighting with them for, I wanna say, 6 to 8 weeks before the hurricanes came. When we first started getting that wet period, Marty brought it and Cliff brought it to everybody's attention that it was starting to turn brown.
Mhm.
And it started at the back end, the far south end, and next thing you know, when we start pumping, it's sucking it into Lake 2 because that's our outfall. Yeah.
Hmm.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Or did I confuse you more?
No.
Okay,
That's good information, thanks.
All the sediment that's coming in here, is that any, cutting down on the height of the pond, is it settling in the bottom, or would have to be washed out to get it back to the full?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get all that much sediment. I wouldn't really worry too much about that.
It was water shut off, is there a boil of water effect after it's turned back on?
There should not be, no. The one we've got to shut off right now is at, I think it's 12 to 1, I believe. We have a leak at the C unit, but each building has a main shut off all 4 units. For some reason, we cannot turn that valve that shuts the whole building. So now we've got to dig that up, see if we can repair it or change it. And then we can shut the building down and repair the C unit. So everything should be fine. We'll have the back truck here to, keep the area clean while we're changing out the valve.
And that valve is situated pretty deep.
Yeah, those valves are 3 to 5 feet, some of them. Mhm.
Anything else?
Are you
No?
taking general questions now?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Maureen.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Maureen.
Can you can both see and hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I just want to make a statement that is complimentary to the board. This is 8 years now that I've been living here at High Point. And in this time, I have had nothing but compliments for the way the property looks. As you were speaking earlier, when people first come into the property, it is just so surprisingly magnificent. I looked at some other properties when I was shopping around, including some adjacent to us, that have nothing compared to what a person sees when they come into High Point. That's one thing. And that has continued in my time here. The grounds are always well kept. The schedule is obvious to me. I know that on Wednesday morning, somebody's going to be making noise outside my window because the lawn is being mowed, which is okay with me. But the main thing that I really want to talk about for just a moment is to say that I am so impressed by the financial management that the board exercises over our properties. I happen to know some people who live in other condos around the area, and some of them have been hit with surprise, what they call assessments of tens of thousands of dollars that we want right now. Some have had to either sell or try to sell or even abandon their homes because what they owed beyond the mortgage in assessment fees was beyond their ability to pay. I appreciate the fact that every year our board prepares a budget for the coming year, gives us time to look at it, to ask questions about it, to just get used to the fact that everything is going up. Yes, indeed, our HOA fees are going up. But in my opinion, although it's been a tough thing to deal with because everything else in my life goes up just like in yours, it allows me to plan my finances and to not have to worry about surprises that are going to knock the feet out from under me as far as my finances go. And so I just want to let the board know that if nobody else notices that, I have noticed it, and I appreciate it so much, especially since I've heard from others that their situations have been so mismanaged and they're now in a place where they can't even remain in their homes. So thank you, each and every one of you. I appreciate you. And I know that most of the time when you have meetings with the residents, it's everybody complaining about this, that, or the other. I have no complaints. I thank you and I appreciate what you do for us. That's it for me.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
I have to say, I'll speak for the board, but if anybody else wants to speak, it's,
Mhm.
it makes me feel so good that we're instead of getting the complaints that we got before, these board meetings are usually very congenial. Even when we have an issue, it's discussed like an adult, okay? You know, and so we're not fighting with each other, because we all want our homes to be the best that they could be
Yes.
for what we do. And so the board, I have to give, not, you know, acknowledge that every single person on this board works hard to do just the things that you're talking about just now. I mean, we can talk about the hours and hours and hours of time that both Art and Diane spent on the budget and figuring out how about the loan and getting that loan and getting it the right way, so that we're also, even though we're paying for the loan, we're also getting interest from the loan, because we're not using the money. You know, we're trying to hold on to that money and use everything that we've got, you know, in our hands right now before we think that. So, and then we've got Marty and Cliff that, you know, to me, do a magnificent job
Yes.
keeping everything on track. And yeah, are there things that mess up? Yes, there's things that mess up, but they always take care of it. So it's just, you know, and as I said, none of us are fighting with each other. So that's a good thing. Frank, bless his heart. I don't know what we do without him. There's so many things that he comes and he solves things. So it's a good day in the neighborhood. And I appreciate that so much for you to acknowledge that. Thank you. Thank you.
And that was my sole purpose for being on this meeting today. So my time was well spent.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
and I'm signing off.
All right.
Okay, I'm
Thank you.
signing off now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day now. Okay.
Can I say something? I just want to say. I've been here for 22 years, and in that 22 years, I have to say I have no complaints with the boards for 22 years, or how High Point is run in general. I've been on the board now for the last 2 or 3 months, and I've worked in the office, you know, 3 days a week. And I now see the inner workings of the office and what they do and how hard they really work. And that is a true statement. I am amazed at the amount of work that they do and what they get done and what they plan for and how concerned they are and making sure the budget is fair and as good as they can get it. And I admire this board more than I ever did before. So I do appreciate being on the board. And just to let you know, it is being totally properly run in that office. And I definitely can attest to that.
Okay, I'm feeling good. That's.
That's enough.
Who's gonna- We need a second. He moved to adjourn.
Oh, second.
Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Okay.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Jennifer, Wendy, Dave, thank you so much for participating. Have a good day.
Bye-bye, everyone.
I would say check.